You're exhausted from carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, aren't you? Exhausted from being everything to everyone except yourself. I'm Eleanor Vance. At 52, after a divorce that shattered everything I thought was my identity, I looked in the mirror and realized something devastating. I didn't know who that woman was. Because for 30 years, I lived for others. For my husband, for my children, for society's expectations. I was an empty shell wearing the mask of the perfect woman. Today at 57, I've rebuilt not just my life, but my sovereignty. And if you're watching this video right now, it's because some part of you is tired of losing yourself. Some part of you is ready to find yourself. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how I stopped living for everyone else and finally found myself, and how you can do the same. I know what it's like to wake up every day and put on the mask, to smile when you're dying inside, to say I'm fine when your world is falling apart. I know what it's like to look at your calendar and realize there's not a single moment reserved for you, not one. I remember sitting in my empty kitchen after everyone had already left and realizing I didn't even know what my favorite food was anymore because I always cooked what others wanted. I didn't know which color made me happy because I always decorated thinking about other people's taste. I had lost even my own voice because I spent years saying only what people wanted to hear. And the worst part, I thought this was love, that this was being a good woman, a good wife, a good mother. But when my marriage ended and the house became empty, I finally saw the brutal truth. I had given everything of myself to build everyone else's life except mine. And now I was alone with a stranger, myself. If you're feeling that tightness in your chest right now, that pain is real, my dear, and you're not alone. Millions of women live in this invisible prison, believing that not having a life of their own is the price of love. But I'm here to tell you, there's another way, and I'm going to show you. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to teach you changed everything for me. First pillar, recognize the silent martyrdom. You need to name what's happening. You're not being generous. You're erasing yourself. There's a huge difference between giving with love and disappearing so others can exist. I want you to grab a journal today and write, where did I disappear? List all the areas of your life where you have no voice, no choice, no presence, your relationship, your finances, your career, your health. Be honest and brutal, because you cannot change what you don't acknowledge. When I did this, my list had 23 items, 23 areas where I had become invisible. It was painful, but it was liberating. Second pillar, establish sacred boundaries. Here's the truth. No one told you. Saying no is an act of love for yourself. I know you were taught that good women don't have boundaries, that saying no is selfishness, but that's a lie that keeps you trapped. Start small. Choose one thing this week where you're going to say no. Not with anger, not with guilt, but with calm and dignity. No, that doesn't work for me. No, I'm not available. No, I choose differently. And don't explain. Don't justify. Sovereign women don't ask permission to exist. When I started doing this, people were shocked. Some were offended because they were used to the Eleanor who sacrificed herself. But you know what happened? The right people stayed and the wrong ones left. And that was a blessing. Third pillar, rebuild your identity with intention. You need to ask yourself, who am I when no one is watching? What are my dreams that don't include anyone's expectations? What makes me feel alive? I want you to reserve 30 minutes a day just for yourself. Non-negotiable. It's not selfishness, it's survival. Use this time to explore. Read that book. Take that walk. Write. Paint. Dance alone in your living room. Do anything that connects you with the woman you were before. You learn to erase yourself. I started waking up at 5 a.m. That hour was mine alone. I drank my coffee in silence, wrote, planned my day according to MY priorities. It was in those moments that I began to find myself again. Fourth pillar, invest in your financial sovereignty. Listen to me carefully. You cannot have emotional sovereignty without financial sovereignty. You need to have your own money, your own account, your own plan, because financial dependence is emotional dependence. Start by auditing your financial life. How much do you earn? How much do you spend? How much is yours? Open an account that's only yours. Even if you start by putting in $50 a month, the amount doesn't matter at first. What matters is the act of declaring, this money is mine, this choice is mine. When I did this at 52, it was terrifying. I had never controlled my own finances, but it was also the most empowering act of my reconstruction. Now I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine with me. Imagine yourself 6 months from now. You wake up and the first thing you feel isn't anxiety about what others need. It's peace, a deep peace, because you know who you are. You look in the mirror and recognize the woman there, not because she's perfect, but because she's real. You make decisions based on what you want, not on what people will think of you. You say no without guilt and yes with genuine enthusiasm. You have your own bank account growing, your own dreams taking shape, your own sacred mornings where no one interrupts you. The people around you may find it strange at first, but then they begin to respect you in a way they never did before, because you respect yourself, and respect attracts respect. I know this is possible because I live it every day now. At 57, I have the most authentic life I've ever had. I built my own business. I travel when I want. I choose who to spend my time with. I wake up every day and think, this life is mine. And the most powerful woman I became didn't appear because I found something new. She appeared because I finally stopped hiding who I always was. So, my dear, let me tell you what you're going to do today. You're going to choose one of these pillars, just one, the one that touched your heart the most, and you're going to take the first step today, not tomorrow, not on Monday, today. If it's recognizing martyrdom, grab your journal and write. If it's establishing boundaries, say your first no. If it's rebuilding your identity, reserve your first sacred 30 minutes. If it's financial sovereignty, open that account. One step, one brick. That's how empires are built. And if this video touched something deep in you, if you felt I was speaking directly to your soul, leave your like, subscribe to this channel, because this is where women like us meet. This is our pack, and you belong here. I want you to know something. You don't need anyone's permission to live your own life. You already have everything you need inside you. You just need to stop apologizing for existing. Your sovereignty is waiting for you, and I'll be here, guiding you every step of the way. Now go, my dear. Stop living for everyone else. And finally, start living for yourself. I believe in you.